Hey, it's Coach Colin Castello here with Shop Mechanics, and normally on Thursdays I like to upload an Ask Coach C series video where you guys send in your questions and I answer them. But today I'm going to do something a little bit different, and I'm going to start doing more of these just because I think they're really, really good. Number one, because they'll help you improve as a player, and number two, because they'll also help you improve as a person. Now I know this isn't going to be a super sexy video and it's probably not going to get very many views, but I think for those of you that actually watch it, it's going to have a lot of really long, life-lasting lessons that you can take away from it. Now the concept I want to talk about today is what I like to call staying in your lane. And it's basically just the idea or the notion of worrying about what you can do to make yourself and the world around you better instead of trying to tear other people down. Now the most prevalent case of this sort of thing, but the negative way that you see a lot of times is with like school basketball or AAU basketball growing up, where parents will try to manipulate the team so their kid doesn't have any competition, right? They're going out of their way to try to shove somebody down rather than taking the time to build themselves or their kids back up. So what most successful people do is instead of going out of their way to try to push other people down, they stay in their lane or they keep their head down and they stay focused on what they need to do to be successful. That's exactly what I've done when I started Shop Mechanics, and it's why every time a hater popped up in the comments or sent me a really, really nasty email, all I do is I reply really, really nicely and simply explain my point of view. Just because it doesn't do any good to try to push other people down. You know, and sometimes this isn't a super easy skill to learn. I'm absolutely surprised by how many grown-ups take part in this sort of activity. I was just reading a coaching basketball blog just a little while ago where they were talking about calling the authorities on another coach because he was doing things a different way. And it just seemed ridiculous to me that you're going to take time out of your day and your effort to try to call somebody else out who's just trying to do their own thing. And the thing that I always think about is if you spend half of the time you use trying to tear people down and instead try to build yourself up, imagine where you could possibly be. That's why on my YouTube channel, you'll never see me talk shit. You'll never see me go after somebody. You'll never see me say something super negative about a user or commenter or something like that. Because after all, I'm staying in my lane, my head's down, and I'm doing the best that I can. So let's take it back to that AAU basketball or growing up basketball analogy where parents are trying to take away the competition from their child. And I see this all the time. And the thing that ends up happening is this. They get all the competition away from their own kid, and then their kid doesn't progress and get better because there's nothing pushing them. If you're constantly playing against weaker or inferior talent or not being pushed, that's when you get complacent and that's when you don't get better. So just know that if you can add positive to the world instead of negativity, you're going to be a light years ahead of where you're going to be if you don't. All right, again, I'm Coach Colin Castello with Shop Mechanics. Thanks for watching. Stay in your lane.